Hello, welcome back. It's Tricia Fulton here, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to do a search of the Amazon Kindle store to find out the most profitable book topics and niches that you could potentially consider for your first or next book. This is the anatomy of a profitable book idea. There are four key areas: category, popularity, profit and revenue, and publishing. When you get these four areas lined up, you have greater potential for success. And simply by understanding how to find this information before you self-publish your book can make all the difference between publishing a book and getting no sales or reviews to getting a lot of sales reviews and potentially creating a passive income as well as bringing clients into your business or improving your personal brand. The first area is the category. The category is an important part of Amazon's features. It's the subject or areas of interest that people search for books, and all books are published under a category. As a minimum, there are two categories for every book. We have what's called a primary category, and then we have a subcategory. So the primary categories are the main areas in the Amazon menu that you can choose from, and as you select one of those, you'll go into subcategories. Publishing your book to the right category is really important. The second part is the popularity. There's no good publishing a book about a topic if nobody's actually interested or looking for it. It's important to understand what keywords and phrases people are searching for, which books have been sold, and which ones are selling on a regular basis. So we'll take a good look at popularity. The third one is profit and revenue, very closely aligned to popularity. If a book is popular, people are going to purchase it, and the more sales that you make, the more you can increase your profit and revenue. Profit comes from your book's revenue, and we want to know how to leverage your book to the highest and greatest extent possible to increase sales, profit, and royalties from Amazon. And the fourth area is publishing, knowing what type of book to publish. Now, when I talk about publishing format, I'm referring to the different ways a person can purchase your book: a Kindle, which is an ebook, a printed physical book, which would be a paperback or a hard copy, an audio book, and the fourth way is a spiral bound. You won't see that very often. Most of the time, you'll see the Kindle and the printed version, and a lot more frequently the audiobook. I specialize in the area of printed and Kindle books, so I'll be able to talk to you about that in more detail. But as you're going through the searches, you will see information there about audio. It's always a good idea to take a look at that. Let's head over to the Amazon store right now and we'll check it out. Now, I'm at google.com. If you have already downloaded the KD Spy application, you will have an icon in the top right hand side of your Google Chrome, and this is what it looks like. It's a small circle, a black circle with a man inside it, which looks like Sherlock Holmes, a detective. All we need to do is be on Google Chrome and click that link. Once you click that link, it will take you directly to the Amazon bestsellers list in the Kindle department. Now, if you are logged into Amazon, you will need to log out because your preferential choices will be used in the algorithm for Amazon, and we don't want that. We want really a clean slate and a neutral place for you to start your searches. Let me show you the screen here first, just to give you a quick orientation of what we're looking at. We're currently on the Amazon bestsellers home screen, and here are the top 100 books, the paid books in Amazon that are selling the best. So these books are selling on a constant basis, and it seems to be people love romance novels. Pretty and Reckless is number 1, The Perfect Marriage is number 2, and so forth. And this goes all the way to number 100. On the left-hand side here, you can see Kindle ebooks. These are categories. As you go down, you can scroll to the end. Beneath each category are subcategories. So let's take a quick look at crafts and hobbies. You can see within crafts and hobbies, there are multiple subcategories here, and you could choose to publish your book to this particular category if you wanted, but some of the better ways to go is to find a lower subcategory. So let's just see if there's a category here under interior design. Yes, there is. There's another subcategory. So let's take a look and do a few comparisons to see how this looks. Underneath interior design, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 subcategories. Now, if you were an interior designer and you were thinking about publishing a book, you could definitely publish to interior design, or you could choose one of these lower subcategories. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to run through the checks that you could do. This report will take you about 2 minutes, and as you become more and more familiar with using Katie's Spy, you'll be able to quickly find very profitable book ideas and targets and niches and categories within literally minutes. The first couple of times that you do this will take a little bit just to become familiar and understand what you're looking at. But I have put together a step-by-step cheat sheet, so if you want to download that, it's in the resources section of this course. Download a copy and use it as you'll go by as you're going through these steps. So the very first thing we're going to do, I'm in the Amazon bestsellers. I'm quite interested in best cottage and cabin ideas, and I want to see how easy or hard it would be to rank for this particular book and how popular and how much demand there is. So I click the Katie Spy icon, and now it's doing a calculation with the algorithm. It's showing me the top 20 books for sale in this category. It's also telling me across the top here, these are the bestsellers. I can click on that. It'll give me the bestsellers, the word cloud, rank tracking, results 1 to 20, average sales rank, monthly revenue, average sales price, a number of reviews. If I want more than 20 results, these are all the Kindle books. If I have a particular word in mind, I could use that function here, and the popularity. Total monthly revenue is for these total books, all this column here, estimated monthly revenue added up 1 to 20, and that's at total value. Popularity, this category is not very popular and sales volumes are very low. The revenue potential in this category is very good, and you can compete easily here for a first page ranking, which is really interesting. So even though there is one red button here and 2 green buttons, don't discount it, because there could be a good reason for why you would want to publish in this. And let me give you a couple examples why. For the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click on the red button at the top. It tells me that if I want to be the #1 best-selling book in this category, I need to sell 33 Kindle copies within 24 hours. If I want to be in the top 20 books here in this category, I would need to sell 2 books in 24 hours. So if we go over here to word cloud, this will show you the most popular words being searched by people looking for books in this area. So the #1 word is your, #2 is hacks, 3 is house, guide, and household. You can use these words in different ways. You can use these words as part of your title and subtitle and description, and I would highly recommend it. You don't need to use all of these words, but I definitely recommend if you can use some of them. Actually, here in this list, it says it's giving you the top 20 words that are being searched. As you can see in the background, there are more words: ideas, modern, year, organization. There's all different words. So this is just letting you know, out of all the keywords that are being searched by people who are buying books online, these are the top 5 words used in the bestseller titles. I'm going to click out and click the Katie Spy icon again. Here we're starting from results 1 to 20. Now, Amazon has top 100. The algorithm here pulls the first 20. If you want to get more, you just click on this button, 21 to 40, it'll bring more through. But I'll stay on this top 20 because I want to show you how this works. Average sales rank, this is where it sits in the Amazon store. So from 1 to a million books, this is sitting at number 58,828. So on average, all these books here are around that 58,000. Average monthly revenue is the amount of income per book in that category on average. Now, how they work that out is they take the top 20 here, they take the total sales, and then they divide it by 20. So here is the estimated monthly revenue, estimated monthly sales. That's the volume number of books sold, and this is the actual money being made. So it's a total of this column divided by 20. This is the average price per book, and as you can see in this column here, these are the prices. So that's column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Column 5 has the price of the book, and this is a Kindle price. And the average number of reviews. So these books have pretty good reviews, on average 1,200 reviews. Now, let's do a little bit more research and see if we can get a easier category to rank in and a more popular category. So you need 33 books for this one. So let's try decorating and furnishing. It's doing a little quick search now. Seems a lot more profitable while it's going up and down. In this category, you need to sell 33 to be number 1 and 1 to be number 20. A little bit up and down here. The category is not very popular and sales are low. The average revenue of these books is rather mediocre, so it's not so great, but the competition is low. So maybe not such a great category. Let's go to crafts, hobby, and home, and let's see if we can find another area that might be easier for us to rank in. So the whole point of doing this activity is you're looking for the 4 things that I mentioned before. You're looking for a category that's easy to rank in, that's easy to get to number 1. You want to pick a topic that's popular and profitable, and you also want to be able to make some money from your book. And last but not least, you want to create a passive income and be able to get people to read your book and leave you good reviews as well, which in turn brings you more clients to your business or builds your personal brand. Now, we're currently in the bestsellers of gardening and horticulture. I'm just going to do a quick search here and see what it has. 17 books to hit number 1 and 4 books to hit number 20. So that means you need to sell 17 books. And some people do ask me, how do you actually achieve this over a short period of time? There's a number of book launch strategies that you can do, but the simplest one of all is the 2-week launch, and that's where you would publish your book to Amazon, and then you would have a pre-launch promotional program where they're using Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn, and you tell everyone the book is coming, it's going to be available on a particular date, and the day leading up to the event of the release, then you let everyone know to purchase it on that particular date, and then you hit number 1 bestseller if you can exceed that number of sales. Now, Amazon is a very dynamic beast. It's constantly updating all its results every hour. So if you are trying to do a launch and get a best-selling book on there, you do need to be watching the screen closely for that 24-hour period. And hopefully, if you have a large enough audience and enough people that are interested in the topic that you're writing about, you will be able to reach that target authentically and quickly by using a launch program. Now, as you can see here, as I said before, it's only 17 books to hit number 1. The average sales rank is much lower. It's at 32,000. That means that these books are doing better than the previous books I had shown you. Average revenue per month is $1,076 per book. Average price is $8.37. Total revenue for those 20 books over 30 days is 21,000. Popularity. The category has rather average popularity with mediocre sales volumes. It's not a bad thing. It just means that it's not as popular as some other categories, and you could certainly probably find a more easier category to get more traffic through to it. But I wouldn't put this off your list if you were thinking about publishing a book in gardening and horticulture. The revenue potential is very good, and the competition here is very low. So overall, what this means is that you may not get a lot of traffic. There are people that buy books. You can definitely make money. It's easy to make money, and it's easy to get in the top 20. So that's a good sign. So it just depends on what your strategy is. Let's try Japanese gardens. I know they're very beautiful, and a lot of people probably buy books, including myself. So let's see what they say about Japanese gardens. When you're doing this particular search, it's actually the same search you'll do for paperback, so you'll find this quite easy. Okie dokie. Wow, this is fantastic. Sales required in 24 hours to hit #1 bestseller. 2. So if you were looking at a subcategory, you were looking for a category that you can quickly get to #1, and you were in the gardening area and you had a book that had something to do with Japanese gardens, this would be a fantastic opportunity for you. So let's take a look across. Word clouds. Actually, this is a nice set of words. Guide, bonsai, gardens, Japanese beginners. Japanese bonsai garden guide for beginners. How's that for a title using those words? That's good. And just do a quick continue the search. So the Bonsai Bible, actually I have bought that one. It is a very good book. This will tell you a bit more information about it. It's published in 2014. It's got 322 pages, sells for $2.99 in Kindle, averages 30 sales a month and makes $90. That's currently in #1 position. As you go down, this is where you'll see how long the book is. See, even this book is only 49 pages, sells for $3.87, and it's in the top 20. Okay, now this category is not very popular and sales volumes here are very low. I'd say it's not popular because maybe people don't know to search for Japanese garden at this level. All the same, at least you can find out straight away. Potential, the average monthly revenue books here is rather low, meaning they don't make a huge amount of money. As you can see here, it's quite small. The competition here is very easy, meaning you can get to #1 quite easily and compete with any of these, as you can see that here, by being able to go into a bestseller within 2 sales. Now, some people do ask me, why would you bother with publishing a book that only has such low volume and to get to best-selling status? What is the reason for doing that? There's a few different reasons, and it depends on what your strategy is. But if you have written a book that's very niche and is very targeted, there will be a customer and an author, or sorry, if you have written a book that's very targeted and niche, there will be a buyer, a reader, and a shopper who will purchase your book. It just depends on how easy it is for them to find your book. And if your book is on Japanese gardens or bonsai and you've filed it in the right category in this section here, it will make it very easy for you to sell that book if it is giving them the answers that they need. Another reason is if you are genuinely selling a book to do with Japanese gardens, and you're an expert in the area, being published in this category will do a lot for your personal profile and also your personal brand. It's not always about the money or how many books you're selling. It's really being recognized as an expert in your field. I hope you found this really helpful. In the next lesson, I'm going to talk about printed books and how the search is slightly different, but you will find the same information relevant to the printed book version. And just before we go, I will show you one last thing that you can do. If you want to export these results, you can click here. If you want to change the region of where you're searching, at the moment we're searching USA, so this is showing all areas, all books available for sale on Amazon.com. And say, for example, you want to search a specific keyword under books, Kindle, or audiobooks, you click on keywords, and we want to search on bonsai. So we're putting in a keyword, and we want to find out from A to Z words are attached to bonsai that people are searching for and how competitive it is. So the word bonsai itself, there are 1,000 competitors. Competition is medium. Let's have a look at the full results. Okay, so we have books, we have Kindle, we have audiobooks, and what this is telling us is these are the keyword suggestions that go along with bonsai that people are searching. The bonsai book, there are 10,000 competitors in this area. Bonsai culture and care of miniature trees, there are only 9 competitors. That means there are only 9 products that you are competing with on Amazon. So the green is good, the red is not so good, and yellow is a bit risky. You also have audiobooks, and you have Kindle books. So it looks like to me, very quickly glancing at this, if I was going to write a book about bonsais and I use the words bonsai culture and care of miniature trees, it would be quite a good book because there's very low competition. However, if I wanted to just use the word bonsai, then that would not be so great. If we went to Kindle book, it would say any of these topics here are very good, and audiobooks, bonsai tree. So we're going to pull some more results. Okay, so that's it. There's not a huge amount of searches there. We will delete that part of the video. Okay, we're all finished. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next lesson.